There's a specific moment in every relationship when everything shifts. One day she's looking at you like you're everything. The next, there's this distance, this coldness, and you can't figure out what changed. Here's the truth most men never realize. She didn't lose respect for you because of one big mistake. She lost it in a single moment when you revealed something about yourself that she can't unsee. And once that moment passes, you can't take it back. No amount of apologies, gifts, or promises will restore what was lost. If you are new here, my name is Amelia Torres and I welcome you to my YouTube channel where I talk about relationship, men's dating, and how you can improve your overall personality in order to pursue meaningful relationships. So today I'm breaking down the exact moment women lose all respect for men, why it happens, and most importantly, how to make sure it never happens to you. Stay with me because this might be the most important video you watch this year. Before we dive deep, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and drop a comment telling me if you've ever felt that shift in a relationship where everything just changed overnight, because understanding this moment is the difference between keeping her respect or losing her forever. Alright, let's get into it. Here's what most guys don't understand. Women don't wake up one morning and decide they don't respect you anymore. It's not a gradual decline, it's instantaneous. It happens in a moment, a flash, a single interaction where she sees something in you that shatters the image she had built in her mind. And that image, once it's broken forever. You can't glue it back together. You can't explain it away. You can't convince her to see you the way she used to. Because real respect isn't negotiable. It's either there or it's not, and the moment it's gone, attraction dies with it. So when does this moment happen? Let me paint you a picture. You're in a situation, could be an argument, could be a social setting, could be something small, something that seems insignificant to you. Maybe she's upset about something and instead of staying calm, you panic. You start explaining yourself, defending, justifying. Your voice gets higher. Your energy gets frantic. You're trying so hard to make her understand, to make her see your side, that you don't realize what's happening. She's watching you lose your frame. She's watching you crumble under pressure, and in that exact moment, something clicks in her brain. He's not who I thought he was. That's it, that's the moment. It's not about what you said. It's not about the topic of the argument. It's about how you showed up, or more accurately, how you didn't show up. Because in that moment, you prove to her that when things get hard, when pressure mounts, when she needs you to be solid, you fold, you become emotional, you become reactive, you become weak. And weakness, gentlemen, is the fastest way to kill a woman's respect. Now, let me be clear. I'm not saying you can't have emotions. I'm not saying you need to be some robot who never feels anything. That's not what this is about. This is about emotional control. This is about your ability to stay grounded when everything around you is chaos. Women test men constantly, not because they're cruel, but because they need to know if you can handle life when it gets ugly. They need to know if you're the kind of man who stays calm in the storm or the kind who drowns in it. And the moment you show her you can't handle pressure and the moment you let her emotions dictate your emotions, she loses faith in you, not just as a partner but as a man. Let me give you a real-world example. I know a guy, solid dude, been with his girlfriend for 2 years. Everything's great, they're talking about moving in together. Then one night, they're at a party. Another guy starts talking to her, being a little too friendly. Now this guy isn't doing anything crazy. He's just chatting, but my friend? He gets in his head, starts feeling jealous, starts feeling insecure. And instead of staying cool, instead of trusting his girl, he pulls her aside and starts questioning her. Why were you laughing so much with him? Do you think he's better looking than me? Why didn't you shut him down? And she just looked at him, didn't say much, but something changed in her eyes. Within 3 weeks, she broke up with him. Why? Because in that moment, he showed her he didn't trust himself. He didn't trust her. And more importantly, he couldn't control his emotions. He let jealousy turn him into someone reactive, needy, and insecure. That one moment erased 2 years of being the guy. Because she realized he wasn't actually solid, he was just pretending to be until something tested him. Here's the harsh reality. Women are always watching. They're evaluating. They're assessing whether you're the man you present yourself to be or whether it's just an act. And the moment you crack, the moment your mask slips, and she sees that underneath all the confidence is fear, doubt, or neediness, respect evaporates. It doesn't fade. It vanishes instantly. Because once she's seen that side of you, she can't unsee it. Every time she looks at you after that moment, she'll remember. She'll remember that you couldn't hold it together, that you needed her validation, that when it mattered, you weren't strong enough. Now you might be thinking, okay, but what if it's already happened? What if I've already had that moment with her? Honestly? It's going to be hard to come back from, not impossible but hard, because you're not just trying to rebuild respect, you're trying to erase a memory. You're trying to overwrite an image she has of you that's burned into her mind. And the only way to do that is through consistent, long-term demonstration that you're not that guy anymore. You can't talk your way out of it. You can't apologize your way out of it. You have to become a different man. You have to show her over weeks and months that the person she saw in that moment was a fluke, that you've learned, that you've grown, that you're now unshakable. But here's the better strategy. Don't let that moment happen in the first place. And the way you do that is by developing what's called a masculine frame. This is your ability to stay grounded no matter what's happening around you. If she's upset, you don't panic. If she's angry, you don't match her energy. If she tests you, you don't crumble. You stay calm. You stay composed. You stay in control of yourself, not her, but yourself. Because when you control yourself, you control the dynamic. When you lose control of yourself, she takes over. And once she's the one leading, once she's the one who has to be the stable one, she'll never see you as a man again. She'll see you as a project, as someone she has to manage, and nobody respects someone they have to manage. Let me tell you what emotional control looks like in practice. She comes to you upset about something. Maybe it's something you did, maybe it's something unrelated. Doesn't matter. She's emotional. She's venting. She might even be saying things that aren't fair, and your instinct, your immediate reaction, is to defend yourself, to explain, to justify. Don't. Instead, you stay calm. You let her speak. You don't interrupt. You don't react. You just listen. And when she's done, you respond with something simple. I hear you. Let's talk about this when we're both calm. That's it. No defense. No argument. No emotional reaction. Just calm, grounded presence. What happens in that moment? She feels safe. She feels like you can handle her emotions without losing yourself in them. She feels like you're strong enough to not be shaken by her mood, and that creates respect, that builds attraction. Because she's subconsciously thinking, this man doesn't need me to be calm for him to be calm. He's solid on his own. That's power. That's masculine frame. That's what keeps her respect intact. But if you do the opposite, if you match her energy, if you get defensive, if you start raising your voice or explaining frantically why she's wrong, you've just told her brain, I can't handle this. I need her to calm down so I can calm down. And once she senses that, once she realizes you need her emotional state to dictate yours, the respect is gone, because she's no longer with a man who can lead. She's with a man who reacts, and reactive men don't get respect. They get managed, tolerated, and eventually left. Now, here's another critical moment where men lose respect, when they don't have a purpose outside of the relationship. I've seen this happen over and over. A guy meets a girl. Everything's great in the beginning. He's got his own life, his own goals, his own ambitions. She's attracted to that. She loves that he's driven. But then, as the relationship progresses, he starts to lose focus. His workouts become less frequent. His side business slows down. His hobbies disappear. Why? Because he's pouring all his energy into her, into the relationship, into making her happy. And at first, she might even encourage it. She might say she loves how much attention you give her, but deep down, subconsciously, she's losing respect. Because the man she was attracted to, the one with drive and ambition, is fading. He's becoming dependent on her for his happiness, and women do not respect men who make them their entire world. Here's the paradox. The more you make her your priority, the less she respects you. The more you chase her validation, the less valuable that validation becomes to you because she stops giving it. Women want a man who has a mission, a purpose, something bigger than the relationship that drives him every single day. When you have that, when you're focused on building yourself, on achieving your goals, she feels like she's part of your journey, not the entire journey, and that makes her want to stay, that makes her want to support you, that makes her respect you. Because she's not the center of your universe, you are, and you're allowing her into your world, not abandoning your world for hers. But when you lose that drive, when you start existing solely to make her happy, she doesn't feel grateful. She feels burdened, because now she's responsible for your happiness. Now she has to be everything for you, and that's too much pressure. So she pulls away. She becomes distant. She loses respect. Not because you loved her too much, but because you stopped loving yourself enough. So here's the lesson. The exact moment she loses all respect for you is the moment you stop being the man she met, the moment you let pressure crack you, the moment you let emotions control you, the moment you make her your entire purpose. That's when it's over. Not when she says it's over. But when that moment happens and she sees you differently, from that point on, you're fighting an uphill battle, and most men never recover, because they don't understand what happened. They think it's about the argument, the jealousy, the mistake. But it's not. It's about what those moments revealed about who you really are. So if you want to keep her respect, if you want to keep her attraction, you need to become unshakable. You need to develop emotional control. You need to maintain your purpose. You need to stay grounded no matter what chaos surrounds you. Because the moment you show her you can't handle life, you can't handle her, and you can't handle yourself, it's over. And no amount of love, history, or promises will bring that respect back. Alright, that's it for today. If this video opened your eyes, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment telling me what moment you think kills respect the fastest. And if you want more real psychology, more real strategies to become the kind of man women respect and never want to leave, stick around. If you haven't already, be sure to follow me over on Instagram at ameliam.torres. I love connecting with all of you guys over on there as well. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.